Eating factory farmed meat is incredibly wasteful. If you look at the amount of water that goes into creating beef, for example, and if you look at the grain to meat conversion ratio of feeding essentially grain, which they shouldn't be fed in the first place, but feeding grain to cows, right? You have to essentially give a cow 12 pounds of grain to get 1 pound of meat, okay?
To create a pound of beef for consumption, you're talking about gallons and gallons and gallons of water that have to go in that, where if the same resources were used, for example, to grow wheat or to grow other kinds of fruits and vegetables, your return in terms of viable calories is much higher. The use of land for cattle is something that is often very detrimental to the environment. The way the cattle graze and their effect on the land often contributes to erosion. You have efforts in South America, for example, to cut down portions of the rainforest to create grazing lands, and you know, that's a carbon sink, the rainforest and some of the other indigenous species that rely on that, and the natives that depend upon those species in that environment.
Plus we got a lot of environmental pollution associated with that.
Effluent, waste from animals, it gets into the water systems. Pig farming, for example, is notorious for this. The volume of waste that's produced and the difficulty of handling it in a way that doesn't contaminate or harm the local environment is difficult.
It's incredibly inefficient, it's very, very wasteful, and the bottom line is it's not sustainable in the long run, right?
You have all these cascades of effects in trying to produce enough meat at a low enough cost to meet consumer demand.
And at some point we just have to bite the bullet and say, you know what? If we're going to embark upon this broader environmental sustainability platform, what we need to be doing, at the very least, is severely reducing the amount of meat that we consume.